I'm going to show you how exactly to print the stencil into two parts and then connect it, because you don't get a bigger paper. So what we did is was in my podcast room. Now I'm going to take you to my studio where we're going to take the printout and start with the tattoo. So let's go. So this is my studio. All right, so it's the same file which you saw before, and first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a printout and check the size, what size will fit right on his arm. So let's do that first. So I'm in the Photoshop and I'm going to select this, copy, and I'm using Illustrator to do the printing so that I can try out multiple sizes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new one, a new file, inches, and I think width is fine. Height I'm going to do like around 14 because I'm not sure what size will fit, so a little longer, and create. Okay, and I'm going to paste, Command V, paste the artwork. Perfect. And the height of the artwork is around 11 inches. I'm going to do 12. Width is good as of now. And let's take a printout and see how it goes. Print is going to be grayscale. I selected fast economy so that it will print faster and we don't waste much ink on it. So that's about it. I'm going to see how it fits on his arm. So I'm going to work on the upper arm and I want to see if this size is good or not. Now understand this, it's little cropped because of a smaller paper, but as I said, I just wanted to see how it goes. So there's a little more space up and down. I think we can go for a little bigger size because he has a good width to his arm. Just relax. There's more space here which I think we can utilize. So I'm going to print a little bigger print than this and see whether it goes well with the fit, the width. I'm going to do 13 inches. I'm going to print it again. Now this print is not the entire artwork. As you can see, it is cropped from bottom and top because the paper size is small and the print size is around 13 inches and paper size is way smaller. But as I said, we are just testing or checking. So my concern is the portrait. It should fit well, and the size should be. It should look like a tailor-made piece for the arm. So I don't want to do a small portrait here and a small planet here. That is not the idea. Idea is to, once the piece is done, it should look like it was made for this arm. And yeah, I think the width of this is good. We'll have more height here, so more stuff coming in, a little bit down here. So I think, yeah, we'll have. This is good to go for me as size. Now we're going to do a stencil of this, and I'm going to show you how exactly to print the stencil into two parts and then connect it, because you don't get a bigger paper. And a lot of people have asked me about this, that how I can make a full back piece stencil and bigger size stencils. This is the technique which I'm going to show you now. not a back size, but we need at least 2 papers and print in such a way that they connect seamlessly and it can go on the skin. So let's do that. Alright, let's see now how to take a printout of a bigger stencil and connect it seamlessly. So we'll start with a new document, Command N. I'm going to take the A4 size because that's our printing paper size. I'm going to come here. This is our actual size of the stencil. So I'm going to copy this, paste it here. As you can see, it is quite big than the A4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it here. So I cover the top till this line. If I want to show you till here, it's going to print from top. So let's do that first. So I'm going to take 2 printouts. So Command P for printing. I'm going to select the Epson printer, Epson L361, and the ink is the inkjet stencil ink. It is used to take the print of the stencils. So let's select that. Let's check the setup of the page. I'm going to keep this option on, flip horizontally, because if I don't do that, then the stencil is going to be flipped for us. What happens is on normal paper, when you take a printout, is the front what you see and what you actually use. But in the case of stencil, the ink or the front is going to go onto the skin. So if this is the face, it's going to go onto the skin. That means it's going to flip. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip the artwork while printing. So when you place it, it is straight the way you want. And I click print. I'm going to put the paper here. As this paper is very thin, if you put multiple papers, this printer will pull all of them at once. So what I'm used to do is I take a normal A4 size paper and I place the stencil paper in the front and then I put it in the printer. Alright, so that's the print. If you can see this. As you can see, it is cut from here. There is more, but we have covered the entire from the top. So I'm going to take another printout. Put the paper properly, load it, and check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this artwork a little up. So now this time I'm going to cut it from the top and cover the bottom area, and I'm going to say print, select the same printer, check if it is flipped, done, print. That's the another print. That's how it looks. It's cut from the top, but now what we're going to do is we're going to connect this two properly, and I'll show you how I do it. So let's do that. Okay, so let's stitch the stencil now. So I need to see where they can connect properly, and I'm going to keep this as the top part, and I'm going to cut this out so that it fits at the bottom. So first thing is I'm going to cut a little bit of this one. There is always a margin when you print. There is always a margin at the bottom. It's default in every printer. So I just cut that out, and I'm going to cut a margin. No need to cut the margin of this one. I'm just going to see where both meets. So this is gone, no need. Now I'm going to place it. As this is transparent, I can see the one which is at the bottom. So I have this as the bottom layer, this one as a top layer, and I can see through and I can match the lines so that it fits perfectly. So I'm going to keep some tape ready so that once I find a spot, I'll just put it, maybe 2 pieces. All right, I think this is good. I'm gonna put one tape here and the another one here. Now this thing is going to hold itself now, so we are not going to lose that match. Now I'm going to turn this around. And I might want to cut it a little bit. I'm not cutting it till the edge. I thought this a little bit extra. I can have it a little smaller. And what I'm going to do is take a bigger piece of the tape. This is a magic tape which I'm using. And I'm going to put it here. Another piece. Piece at the center. And that's about it. We have our stencil here. I'm going to cut this properly now, all the extra stuff. All right, so that's about the stencil. Our stencil is ready. Perfect, clean and neat. Now it's time to place it on the arm.